Be more grind, rise, shine through the struggle. Black dollars circulate, flexing muscle. Politics and biz building walls like bricks. Motown soul rap mixed in the fix. Tiny cover spitting truth, microphone holder. Past the noise scene, watch growth in the folder. Black biz bright, spotlight in the dark. Hustling hard, lighting sparks in the park. Be more new, where we breaking glass ceilings. All black every day, income healing. Doni Glover, flip the script, let's go. Black Wall Street roadmap, be more flow. Real talk, stock rise, dreams ain't looking hollow. Blueprints, handshakes, enemies wallow. Baltimore kings, queens, crown on the throne. Legacy built, stone by stone. Headlines, deadlines, moves in the background. Politics, money clips, elevate the town. Black biz strategist, wealth can't be missed. Twist the plot, make the whole world twist. Be more news, success we inhaling. Victories, IRS, no detailing. Doni Glover, rise to shine, let's glow. Focused on
GDP is $23 trillion. 23
Be more grind, rise, shine through the struggle. Black dollars circulate, flexing muscle. Politics and biz building walls like bricks. Spitting truth, microphone holder. Past the noise scene, watch growth in the.
First name's Doni, last name's Glover. Entered the winning for the long haul, baby. We got the one, the only. X gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, gon' give it to you. Xavier, what are you doing on the show? Oh, daggone. What happened to your volume, X? That's okay. That's okay. Now, you had to hold that camera still, X. Now, I tell you what, we're going to do it like this. We got you. We ain't going to let you go. Answer this phone. You cut your camera off. Cut your camera back on.
Okay.
What'd you do? What'd you do, X? We gonna get you, X. We gonna get you.
Oh, this is very new for me.
It's okay, X. That microphone wasn't. It came out. Come on back in the studio. See if you can do that. And leave the.
Let's set up your studio. Allow. My name's already on there.
Yeah.
Studio. Okay, I see you now.
Yes. Can you cut that camera back on like you had it the first time?
I don't know how I did it, but I don't know how I did it.
Cam. You don't see CAM Cam?
Xavier, you're backstage. Only the host can see. The host may add you to the stage.
Yeah, but you got to cut that camera on, though.
Where is the camera? Is that the blue thing there?
At this point, just try it.
Mic, chat.
CAM, Cam.
Got it, Cam. I pressed it.
All right. Say something.
Good morning.
Well, we're gonna have to go with this like it is, because I see you just gonna be challenged. We got Xavier on the line. So how you been, X?
Fantastic, sir.
Man, you got fans chiming in already. They know about you. Tell them about the fashion show.
This Sunday at 316 Guilford Avenue, the iconic, one of the most classiest clubs in Baltimore. My granddaughter's having her first fashion show. She's 17, and she want to learn the business. So I called all my friends. They all coming to help out, and they all coming to make her first show a success.
How long you been doing these fashion shows, X?
30 years.
Good God Almighty. Xavier, how that commercial go? Xavier's furs.
Yeah, the show's gonna be. I don't know if I told you, Donnie. We giving away a leather coat, a leather jacket trimmed in fur.
Good God Almighty! I know what show you came to for mine, and you gave one lady a mean bag.
Well, we're gonna be giving away a lot of gifts this Sunday down at the Iconic on Guilford Avenue. But the most expensive one is this leather trim with the fur trim.
And what's that address? 316 Guilford?
316 Guilford Avenue.
That's almost biblical.
Yeah, it's right down before you get to Lexington. It used to be the old Hammerjacks.
Iconic, 316 Guilford Avenue.
Yep.
My God. Tell them how you got into the business.
Well, I got in the business from my grandfather, James Quay. He was the only black furrier in New York for 50 years.
What does that do for your self-esteem when you find out your granddaddy the only black furrier? That's got to be real. That's got to be a boost.
You don't think nothing of it.
Huh?
When something like that is in your family, you don't think nothing of it. Like, same thing with your kids. All the stuff that you've done, everything, yeah, it's all right. Mm-hmm.
X, I don't know if I ever told you this. Did you know my daddy was the Undertaker?
Of course. Everybody knew that.
It does something for the self-esteem. Do you know how the other kids felt around you, X?
They thought I was biting.
Biting?
Yeah, but I'm a grandfather, sucking up to him.
Yeah, I've been sucking up too. You got all that paper. Teach me how to sell them furs, Grandpa.
Yeah. But he did all the major stars. See, years ago, Donnie, blacks couldn't go in the first stores. So he got all the money. He said the worst thing that happened to black business people, right, was integration.
Brother, I'm trying to tell you.
See, because the black businessmen were strong and would be really strong now that black people have money. You see?
Yes.
But when we got integration, we wanted to do everything the white people do. We wanted to go in their stores. We wanted to wear their clothes. We wanted to follow all whatever they do. We wanted to do.
What time this Sunday? What time this Sunday? What time this Sunday?
Huh?
What time this Sunday?
On this Sunday, it's 4 o'clock.
4 p.m. at 316 Guilford Avenue. So you said we were better off in the days of segregation.
Well, black businessmen were. Because they didn't want us to go into Hecht's, Hoshel's, Hutchins, hamburgers. So all a black store, them stores on Pennsylvania Avenue and those streets, they made real money. The ones selling to blacks, you see?
Yes.
Because you had some Jewish people that they ain't cared. But we just couldn't go in the good stores. But my grandfather did Billie Holiday. He did Coasters. He did Slappy White, Red Fox, Nat King Cole. He did all the stars.
Some of the furriers, not you, but Marsha Jew, she's still mad at a furrier because if you don't have the proper temperature to store your fur, you take it to the fur store. And if you forget to pay them, they sell your fur.
Absolutely. real quick.
Now I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this non-black furrier that got Marsha's Hughes. And if I mention his name around her, she go bat crazy today.
Oh yeah.
Why they do that, X? Why they sell you something that you can't store? You take it home in the summer months, and then after all that money you paid, the damn fur ain't no good.
Well, see, a lot of people listen to mostly I find that black people listening to stuff. All I got to do is put it in my basement, and the basement's real cool. Or all I got to do is put it in a certain kind of closet, and it'll be all right. But fur is like skin. If it get hot, it gets loose, and you be riding in your fur, and it tears. Like a lot of people don't realize you're not even supposed to drive in the fur.
You're not supposed to drive in your fur coat?
Yeah. If you drive in your fur coat, and especially if it's a chinchilla or a high-class mink, and you're turning and you're moving in that coat, that's why it's not good to drive in your fur.
What about all the movies I've seen where they dragging pelts from Chicago to Canada?
Hey, guess what, Doni? You see everything on the movies. That's why I'm going in that business next.
Chinchilla, that's that coat that Frank Lucas wore in that movie, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And my grandfather made the coat and the hat for Frank, and made his mother coat, all of them. He sold all of them coats.
X gonna give it to you. My man.
It's gonna be real. Hey, let me tell you, I got Mr. Carlisle coming in from Atlanta, and he's got all his designs in, and man, he's a fantastic designer. He makes men's suits, women's suits, kids' clothes, all kinds of stuff. So, and then, we have other designers coming in from DC and Philly. And it's going to be really a real good show.
That's 4 p.m. this Sunday.
This Sunday, 316 Guilford.
316 at the Iconic. That's the old Hammerjacks.
The old Hammerjacks, yes. Tracy's Club. They just had
Tracy Stafford?
Yeah, Tracy, yeah. That's her club. She just had Mary J. Blige's after party there last week.
Tracy's still doing it, huh?
She's doing it big. Tracy's doing it big.
The last show I really remember her doing was Cameron. This was some years back, but she's the only person that I personally know that ever brought him to Baltimore.
Tracy does at least a show every 3 weeks at the Icon. At least every 3 weeks.
So tell me about us supporting us in business, X.
Well, see, that's why I told you my grandfather always said that's the worst thing to happen, because, see, when we have no other choice, we deal with the blacks. But now we can go anywhere, anytime. They don't care. They want to go everywhere.
Back during the early 70s, we started making that exodus out Liberty Road.
Yep.
The best and brightest who could afford to leave West Baltimore, they went to Woodlawn, Randallstown, and now Owens Mills.
I can't say nothing because I ran with them.
No, that's fine. My thing is, when you get out Liberty Road, make sure you vote.
Yep.
We move all the way out Liberty Road to have to start all over again in terms of voting.
Yep.
It's like we move out there and we go from smart to dumb. We stop voting. We think we ain't got to fight no more, X.
Well, I talk to a lot of young people, and all the time I talk to young people, and they don't see where their vote counts. And I ask them all the time, did you vote? Did you vote? Why? It don't do me no good.
They get that from older black people who feel that way very much.
Well, I thought the older black people were more into it than you're younger. But I think it's all a part of the class system. I feel like people who vote mostly are two kinds of people. Your educated people and your middle class people. There's a lot of people that don't vote. Donald wouldn't have wanted how people would have really came out.
That's debatable, X, because the way this country is going, it would not surprise me if he actually stole the election. You can't tell me we got that many stupid people in America.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. In my opinion, I felt that he didn't have a formidable person to go against.
Well, that's true. That's true. Joe Biden.
That was strong to go against, and I don't believe he would have won.
Joe Biden set that woman up.
Yeah.
Joe Biden took his sweet time getting out the race. Yeah. He handicapped that woman. And remember, she was selected. She was not elected. But I tell you this, after that election, black women said, don't ask us to support Nathan Jones. They said, we don't care who you are. Latino, LGBTQ, Jew, Muslim, don't ask us to support nothing. And the sisters meant it. Black people overwhelmingly voted for her. And then the Latinos go over there. And then they got this man down in El Salvador, and black women said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing. Latinos went over there voting for Trump. Go Donald Trump. Go Donald Trump. And then 2 minutes later, they said, Mr. Trump lied to us. He lied to us. You drank.
I always wonder, all those white people that voted for Donald, he got them out of their jobs. How do you feel now?
How do you feel? It's called buyer's remorse.
How do you feel?
Oh, they feel like going get that Winchester.
But it's just,
And then he stirred it up on race. He got these people support because he played on their fear, dislike, and ignorance of black people. Black people ain't did nothing to you. How the hell can a white person be mad at a black person in America? Son, you done had a 400-year head start, and you mad at black people? I think you need to go back to your GED class. If you mad at black people and you white in America, you want to go see your therapist immediately.
You're absolutely correct.
You blaming somebody because you ain't got no job. Got to be the king of dumb. Meanwhile, down here in Sandtown, guess who down there doing the most panhandling?
Okay.
You say you in Baltimore.
Yes.
Brother, we got white addicts on Pennsylvania Avenue panhandling.
I've seen them.
In the heart of the black community. You got white addicts in East Baltimore asking people for spare change.
I've seen them. I'm on Mount Royal.
Oh, no, I mean in the heart of East Baltimore, Holbrook and Huffman type.
H&H?
Shorty, they up in here deep. They squatting. I hate to tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it. I had never seen anything. I think I'm traumatized. One day before doing the show, and this is no slight on anybody, it's just a fact. And I'm reporting it because Mackenzie Frost apparently missed this story. Mackenzie Frost worked for Fox 45. That's the one be chasing Brandon Scott around town.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So I hear the dog. The show is about to start, 9 a.m. I go out front, X, to find out what is the matter. There's this white woman crawling on her belly. She has one foot that's been amputated, and apparently somebody then clipped her for her wheelchair. And she is literally crawling on her belly down the street. I have never, in my nearly 60 years of living, seen anything like that.
It's going to be worse than that, Doni, because all these people that lost their jobs, they know how to do certain things, but they don't know how to do survival. You know, because they did the right thing. They went to college, they got a good job, but now they're fired. And after a while, you know, they're going to be doing other things. Because the jobs aren't going to be there. Those good jobs they had aren't going to be there.
This man is giving away jobs. He's throwing away jobs. All these people need work. He's starting this trade war. How's that going to pan out for the fur industry, the trade wars? Putting all these tariffs on products.
Well, see, the thing is, it's bad for me because I deal with the Vietnamese. And I think Donald got a 45% for the Vietnamese, for Vietnam.
So this don't hurt your industry.
Yeah, it does, but you know, do what you got to do. Make it work. You know, it's going to be a little more. Everything's going to be a little more expensive now. You know, but you got to do what you got to do if you want to survive.
Okay, so this Sunday, 4 p.m., Xavier is back in town. Come on, Xavier, do the commercial for me. Xavier.
316 Guilford Avenue this Sunday. If you're not doing anything, come on down and do a fantastic show. We got singers, we got a whole show. It's not just furs, it's all kinds of clothes and all types of designers. I got one designer from Philly. He makes customized leather and snakeskin jackets. He's going to be in the show. And there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff there. And different. And I got the world's greatest Travis Wiki who's going to be a special guest there.
Oh my goodness, Travis Wiki models, pose.
Yeah, my granddaughter said, all them shows you did with Travis Wiki, you got to have him at my show. I said, I'll call him.
You know, I heard from him last week, and I know it's because you in town. Man, as a little boy, we used to go up Mondawmin. People be lined all on the stairs, all around the second floor on the railing. You know, Mondawmin got the mean steak sales on the second floor. They talking about who got the best steak sale. Mondawmin, Mama Lucia's got the best damn steak sale. But that's back in the day when Charlie Rudos was up there.
Oh man, that's where you go to Mondawmin and find out where the parties was.
That's when you go to Mondawmin, you better watch your back because you get stuck up too. I can't try to get me one time. Next time I'm on my bike, I went up there to get me some goldfish. I get on my bike coming back, and this cat tried to get me. And I got goldfish in one hand. I'm pedaling this no speed with all my heart. And then out of the clear blue, this stranger came up and helped me get on home. But that Negro was not getting my bike. You're not getting me at Mondawmin.
I heard it's real nice now, though, is it?
Mondawmin's real nice. Other than shoppers with their rotten meat. Yeah, I said it. Shoppers need to be ashamed of themselves.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I got to go out to Owens Mills. Or over there go to John over there on 33rd Street. I don't play with shoppers. Don't be giving me no damn old meat. And it's been a couple of years, but I ain't forget it because I've been traumatized.
Let me ask you a question. I know it has nothing to do with our fashion show, but the black guy who, because he used to do a lot of work with me. He had grocery stores all over the town. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was South.
Oh, Henry Baines.
Yeah, whatever happened with him?
Mr. Henry Baines still around. His grandson is on the scene, Brandon Baines, carrying forth the legacy. I'll let Brandon know. But Mr. Baines, man, I saw him, and it's such a pleasure, X, to see when you see an icon like Henry Baines. I saw him, matter of fact, I saw him out on Owens Mills in the supermarket. He had that mean hat on. He had that trench coat, if I'm not mistaken. And he's just an everyday person, man. You know, X, it takes me back to seeing people like Arnold Jolivet or just Frank Conaway, people in the black community who went into business for themselves. And all I can think of, X, is the freedom. For whatever reason, Dr. Aaron Jenkins just came to mind. They had the freedom to do what they want, to buy what they want, to go where they want, to do what they want.
You're right. You know, Donnie, I used to see your father at a place on Pressman Street. I can't remember
the Odyssey.
The Odyssey, yeah. I used to go there to get a couple dollars from my uncle.
Who's your uncle?
His name was, they call him Big Mac, Mr. Henderson.
Oh, man, Herman Henderson, Racetrack Mac. That was Daddy's best friend, man. Stop playing, X.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, that's why I used to see him.
2315 Callow Avenue.
Yep, you got the address.
2315 Callow Avenue. Mac told me.
That house. It was so nice.
It's still nice. So I know some of your nephews, Lynn and them.
Oh yeah.
That White Lock crew. That White Lock crew don't play, man. Let me tell you.
No, they don't.
Them cats around White Lock is not a game.
916 White Lock.
Yeah, well, you know all of them. Stokey and
all of them.
Andre Bunley, Ricky Smith. There's a cat that came out of White Lock that just got the promotion in Atlanta, Ricky Smith. He was running BWI, now Ricky Smith is running Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport.
Wow.
Black man, straight out of White Lock. So when they tell us what we can't do, we show them what we can do. You teaching your granddaughter right now that she can sell fur coats.
Absolutely. I told her I want her to get that management degree in business management and go for it. I can hold it another 4 or 5 years for her.
And where was the store in New York City?
We was on 7th Avenue.
Downtown.
Only black man downtown.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I asked the young man if Eddie ever heard of Willie Adams. He was like, nah. And then people that come on the show, and sometimes we talk about minority business enterprise. But I try to explain to this young brother that minority business enterprise, MBE, is only a percentage of black business. So when you get politicians, they get in office and all they know is MBE, then clearly, son, you don't know the whole black business ecosystem.
But Tommy, I was at a meeting in Las Vegas, right? And they told me Caesar's Palace was built some of the major contributors was
drug dealers.
Baltimore. One was Willie Adams.
Oh.
And I forgot the white man's name. He's supposed to be super big. But they said they invested in Caesar's Palace, years ago.
I was listening to Old Blue Eyes last night. Some Count Basie and Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. Well, Frank Sinatra is one man who I think all blacks should respect, because when it wasn't in style, he didn't give a flip. When it wasn't in style to be with black, he did not give a flip. And he got Sammy in all those big places, and he had Sammy staying in the room, staying in the hotel.
Because they made Sammy Davis Jr. go in the back doing all of that silly racist stuff that racists do. Racism is so stupid. How much money did white people miss out on being dumb? And that's what killed me today. We go out there and spend money to buy Louis Vuitton bags. I know they're supposed to be nice. But France, I read yesterday, is the #1 country blacks trying to get up out of. One of the top 10 countries blacks are leaving is France. But we want to go Paris, bonjour, comment ça va, ça va bien. First of all, it's a dirty city.
That it is.
We go to Egypt, Egypt dirty. Cairo dirty. Paris is dirty. Bonjour, au revoir.
Well, my favorite city over in Europe is Milan. Milan has got clean, it's got good food.
And how you gonna have Italians who gonna throw shade on black people? Don't they know their history?
Yep.
You just across the Mediterranean. Hannibal was up in here with them elephants.
Well, that's why they have a lot of our characteristics.
No joke. Everybody know it. It's like the kid telling their parent they're a drug addict. Well, everybody else know, but I'm glad you now know.
And the funny thing is, I meet sometimes when I go to the skin sales, you see all kinds of people in Canada that are mixed. And because a lot of the slaves came there years ago.
Hey, big bro, I've been to Lewiston, New York, right next, we talked about it on the show, right next door to Niagara. It's a little town called Lewiston. That's where the Niagara Falls turns into the Niagara River. That's a very wide river. But Harriet Tubman crossed that river, taking people into Canada.
I always try to wonder how in the world did she get out of Maryland, first of all, walking?
Well, first she had that Colt 45 on her hip. That's for one. Two, she was a master of disguises. Harriet Tubman is the first Navy SEAL, if you ask me. They don't know this because I used to put it on Facebook. I don't even play with Facebook no more. She said, there's a saying out there, and Facebook come back at me saying, Harriet Tubman didn't do this. She didn't do that. Shut up, sucker. When she went to the Combahee River with the Union Army, she freed 700 enslaved Africans at one time with the help of the Union Army. She's a national hero. Why these people like Zuckerberg just keep on wanting to infringe on black history? Go get your own history, son. Like black people, if we knew the Hebrews are black, then we wouldn't be so damn confused of all these other people that want to be Hebrew. I ain't talking about Jewish. I'm talking about Hebrew.
Yep.
The lost tribe of Israel. But we keep letting other people try to tell us what our history is. The ancestors left you the pyramids. They taught you monotheism, major religion, major capital to every religion in the world. But we keep on wanting to read the slave Bible We don't want to recognize the Ethiopian Bible, oldest Bible in the world. It don't go from left to right. It go from right to left. So that means you got to learn a new language. Just like you be learning them video games. Nobody want to study. Nobody want to read their history, X.
You're right. And the funny thing is, I've always been interested in history. Always.
Yep. You ain't been here since we had a brand new mayor, man. Is this your first show during the Brandon Scott administration?
Absolutely. Yep.
X gonna give it to you. You'd have met everybody at your first show. You ever meet DMX?
Of course.
X gonna give it to you. Yes, I love me some DMX, man. That's my first favorite rapper.
Yeah, well, you know, he used to be on Evanston Avenue.
That's what they tell me. They say
I used to have a club on Baltimore on Howard Street, 600 North Howard, and it was called Fantasy. And DMX used to come there all the time.
he loved Baltimore, didn't he?
Man, loved it. Yep.
X gonna give it to you. First we want to rock, then we want to roll. Let it go, let it go. So who's doing the music this Sunday?
We got our DJs Worldwide.
Squirrel Wide.
And what's the other one's name? Huh? Another one of those DJs. And Black. Little Black. Worldwide. And I forgot the other one's name.
You got the whole Radio 1 crew there. I'm going to see Black. I ain't seen Black in a minute.
Yeah, Black, he definitely has always, he's the one that started the Xavier.
Oh, he's the one who did the commercials.
Yep.
Lil Black, the CEO. Straight out of East Baltimore, ain't he?
Yeah, Black, Worldwide. I cannot think of the other guy's name.
Not Conan, is it?
No, it ain't Conan. Conan bought a coat for me. I would never forget him.
Yeah, Conan will spend that paper.
Matter of fact, when he bought 2 coats from me.
That sounds like Conan. Conan, he's a smart shopper. He's not just buying any old thing. He's one of the smartest shoppers you're gonna find.
Well, see what happened with Conan, I gave him a real deal.
Couldn't turn it down.
Conan forgot that, see, I got everything on my computer anyway. And Conan forgot the deal. But I had to remind him of the deal that I gave him.
Any lawyers come down there spending money? Warren Brown spent some of that big paper on you?
Who?
Warren Brown, Billy Murphy.
Man, no, I don't know why Warren. Me and Warren is all right, but let me tell you my Warren story real quick. You know Sharon Page?
Sharon Page?
Yeah, she used to do the festivals with the girl.
I haven't heard her name in a while, but I vaguely remember Sharon Page.
Well, when I first started in the fur business, I told Sharon, I said, Sharon, I don't have the money. My grandfather is a businessman for real, even with me. I said, but if I can get an investor, he'll give me anything I want, as long as I bring money. I can't come to him with my hand out. So Sharon said, well, look, I'm going to take you to my friend. He got plenty of money. He's a lawyer. He'll help you. He likes helping people. So I said, who's the lawyer? She said, Warren Brown. I said, okay. So I go to Warren's office with Sharon, and I give my spiel how I can get all the coats I want. You won't believe what I wanted him to give me more. Doni, 10,000. I give him whatever he wanted for his coats, because my grandfather was going to front me with after the first 10,000, right? So Warren said, I'll think about it. Come back next week. I'll come back next week. Warren was in court, so I said, I got to come back. I kept coming back, and I felt like I was a crackhead, just keep coming back like I'm begging, And, Warren never helped me, and I just stopped.
You had to send a pretty girl down there to get Warren.
Believe it or not, somebody else did that.
Once you know how a monster eat, you know how to feed him.
Yeah.
It's business one-on-one.
And Warren never spent any money with him.
Yeah, that sounds like him. You just gotta send the right bait.
Yeah, but I like Warren. And,
I tell you who's been a big supporter from the legal community for Be More News, just like you have been a big supporter of Be More News, Billy Murphy, all day long. And also Mr. Robert DeShield. But Billy Murphy is probably our longest customer. He's been with us longer than any other customer. Habitat, Next Phase, Edible Arrangements. But Billy Murphy Law, Zachary's down there, Zach McDaniels, Malcolm Ruff is down there. Ain't got nothing but love. Billy Murphy's been a true supporter of black business in my experience. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we all right.
Yeah, but Billy has been a huge supporter and a man of his word. If he tell you he's gonna do something, he do it. And what I really love about him, I've sent more and more young lawyers to him over the year. Just last week, I sent a young lawyer to him. And that's what it's about. It's about passing the ball. Some of us so stingy we wouldn't help Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it was very difficult for me to get assistance in Baltimore to start my business. I was on and off. You know, it got to a point. When I first started selling furs, I was selling them out the truck. You know, around Baltimore.
You know, Baltimore can be a jealous town now, too.
Yeah, well, you know.
People want to count your money. Oh, X got it like that.
Well,
They don't know how much you got to hustle, and they don't know the competition you up against.
Look, it's really funny. Most of my Baltimore friends say, "You still sell furs?" I said, "Yeah."
You supposed to still sell furs, big dummy.
They all, I mean, that's watch that 10,000 with Nano.
Got stuck up, got robbed.
Yeah. But
same fur.
The fur business is a funny business because, like I said,
the white man's ice is colder. You know, some of us still stuck on stupid. Yeah, I said stupid. That's the word, stupid. You ain't gonna support your own. You gonna support somebody else before you support your own? Go sit down, son. Then we run around. We want everybody else to recognize us.
Yep. You're right. But you know, when I was in Baltimore on a regular, I really didn't have no problem because I didn't get a lot of the people that I thought I should have got. You know, I did a fashion show and gave away a fur coat to Associated Black Charities, okay? And they didn't put my name on the register.
That wasn't Diane Bell McCoy, was it?
This is no joke. I'm giving away a full-length mink coat.
Ooh, hold up. This was under Donna Stevenson? That ain't her name. What's the lady name used to be at Associated Black Charities?
I forgot her name, but and then that was the first year. The first year I did it, I gave away a coat, and they had a video with Nano on it.
Oh my God!
And I gave away I was hot. You hear me?
You give away the coat and they give the credit to somebody else, non-black. Yeah. Yeah, they doing something in my neighborhood right now. We ain't all that fond of it, but they gonna learn. You know, sometimes we busy. Like I said, we think the white man's ice is colder.
But Doni, have you been to that new place on North Avenue?
Where?
The 5 restaurants on North Avenue.
Up there by Coppin?
Yep.
Yeah, Next Phase Cafe is up in there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Next Phase Cafe, right up there in Walbrook Mill.
Yep.
Now let me blow your mind. You know who started that?
Who did?
Truth be told, Robert Ehrlich started that. A Republican.
Really?
Truth be told, a Republican started it back in 02. Remember Coppin ain't getting no money from all these black elected officials?
Uh-huh.
Ehrlich put more money into Coppin than all of the Democrats combined. Ehrlich.
Wonder why the blacks don't do anything, you know?
Because we at the time, some people gonna disagree, and that's your right. But at the time, Martin O'Malley had his foot on our neck.
You know.
He had a lot of he had some black people intimidated. You know, Robert Lee Clay went away during his time.
Yeah.
Well, tell me Bob Clay committed suicide. Go sit down, son. You believe Bob Clay committed suicide?
Nope.
Hell no.
Guess why?
He's a black man with a pocket.
32nd Street Plaza from him.
They ain't ready for this conversation.
And yeah, I was renting 32nd Street Plaza, and I used to go right there where they say he killed himself and paid the daughter every month.
Where he met his daughter every day.
Yep.
And they're gonna try to tell you that he committed suicide in that very same spot. Go sit down, son. Go wipe your nose. Go take a bath.
I just got to go up there to pay the monthly.
He was a man of his word. If Bob Clay say he gonna pay you, he gonna knock on your door and bring you money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of man he was.
Well, he really worked with me when I got 32nd Street Plaza from him. He said, "Listen, the crowd done died down now." He said, "You know, most of my crowd don't come there anymore." He said, "I don't want you to think I'm selling you a booming business. You're gonna have it's like starting a new business."
Yes.
And I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "You might get one or two of my old people, but most of them don't come there anymore. You know, during 32nd Street's heyday." And I took it afterwards and I built it up. And yeah, I did well there. But my problem was I had 32nd Street Plaza. I had Fantasy on 600 North Howard Street. I had Hats on Packer and Franklin. I had the Stars Palace on Packer and Mother all at one time. And then I had the 3 beauty salons. So, and I really didn't have any help. I was trying to do too much and sell furs.
Now you sell furs.
No, I was selling furs then.
No, today. Today you just sell furs.
That's it. That's it.
And the lesson is keep it simple.
That's it. My mother used to say this thing, what she used to say, I'm the jack of all trades and master of none. She said, master one thing, good. And then move on. Because I was trying to do everything, like I said. I had, 4 clubs, 3 beauty salons, trying to sell furs, trying to promote concerts. I was trying to do a little bit of everything,
We got the one and only Xavier on the line. So this is what we got of Xavier Furs, Iconic, this Sunday, 4 p.m., 316 Guilford Avenue. Do you want to put a phone number out there? Or where can they get tickets? Or just show up at 316 Guilford Avenue this Sunday at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, they get tickets at the door.
How much are tickets?
25.
Not bad. That's going to be one hell of a show. What's your granddaughter's name?
Imani and Jayla. It's 2 of them. It's my granddaughter and my grandniece.
And they getting into the business.
Yeah, but Jayla's gonna be a lawyer. Jayla is gonna be a lawyer. She is gonna be a lawyer, and she wants to do this for her side hustle.
Well, your granddaddy would be proud. That's 5 generations, I think.
Yeah. Well, Imani, ready? She got her own business now doing nails. She got her own nail business.
Nothing like being an entrepreneur. I got to make sure I drop my latest book off on you. Well, we're going to be down there Sunday at 4 o'clock. I can't wait to see you. I'm bringing the TV cameras with me.
Fantastic, fantastic. We're going to be ready.
Good deal. Anything you want to share before we get out of here?
316 Guilford Avenue this Sunday. This Sunday, 316 Guilford Avenue.
Good deal. X, thank you for joining us, and I will see you at the spot.
All right, thanks.
Good deal. Good morning, world.